It's a matter of opinion. If I'm right, but I'm leaving no for now to go outside, putting shores and obligations on our part.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic, there's a very interesting one, and I definitely want to hear your take on this video. Welcome to Matter of Opinion. I'm your boy Walls P.
I'm your girl Erica.
And today we're gonna have a debate on this gentleman that flew out a woman and spending a lot of money on this woman. And at the end of the day, he wound up taking her back to the airport, canceling their little mini getaway or mini vacation early because the woman did not give up the cheeks. Here, see it for yourself.
She done flew all the way out here.
You really gonna record me?
No, I'm recording this shit. They need to know.
You really gonna record me?
No, they need to know. I done flew her all the way out to LA. She
Nigga,
don't give me
you
no
lame.
cheeks.
Nigga,
We
you
done been
lame.
we been FaceTiming. Come on, we been FaceTiming every day.
I don't give a fuck.
No, we been FaceTiming every day.
And you
All
really
that
taking me
shit,
all the way back to the fucking
you on the
airport.
phone.
You really taking
I've
me
been
back to the
getting you on the
airport.
phone. Yes, you going to the fucking airport. Yes, you going
And
to
you
the
taking me
airport.
back to the airport
You don't wanna
because of what?
give
Tell
me
me
no cheeks. You don't want
why.
to give me no cheeks.
Nigga,
I
I'm not
flew you
fucking
out.
obligated to give you no my what?
I flew you out.
Nigga, what are you talking about?
LA.
Nigga, you're lame as fuck.
No,
You're lame as fuck.
No,
you're fucking
I
lame.
flew
You're
to
lame.
LA.
Just
You
take me
come
to the
out
fucking
here.
airport. Just get me there. Just
Walk
get me
around
there.
my crib, titties out, stuff like that, taking showers in my shower.
Nigga,
and
it's
stuff
my
like that.
body. What you talking
I
about?
don't care. You can't.
I don't have to give you my
Taking showers
coochie.
in my
Are you
house.
okay?
No.
I don't have to give you my
Laying in my
coochie.
bed? Laying in my bed? No. You about to get dropped off
Nigga.
at the airport.
Ooh, I don't even know why the fuck I came here.
She didn't want
I
to
don't
give me no
even.
cheeks.
Nigga, get the fuck out of here. Stop recording me.
She didn't want to give me
Stop
no
recording
cheeks.
me, nigga.
Don't fly her out.
Give me the phone.
Watch out. Don't take my phone.
Stop
Don't take my
recording
phone.
me.
No. Don't fly her out. Look, don't fly her out.
Bruh, you.
She ain't talking about no cheeks. I've been FaceTiming her.
This is my cheeks, nigga. This is my ass and my
2 months.
coochie. What are you
I've
talking
been FaceTiming her
about?
for 2 months.
I don't have to give
every
you,
day.
nigga. Just
You be
get
on
me
FaceTime
there.
every
I don't
day,
care.
2
I
months.
don't care, nigga. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't
I'm
care about none of
pulling
that
my
shit.
meat out on FaceTime. She flirting and stuff. You want to free shit. You want to free
You
shit.
wanted to whip your wiener out, nigga. I ain't asked you to put it in the fucking camera.
Okay, I'm about to whip over here and drop your ass up too.
Whatever, nigga. Just get me there. I don't even know why the fuck I came here. I don't even know why I came
don't know why
here.
you came either.
You're a lame ass
You shouldn't
nigga.
have came.
You're a lame ass
You knew
nigga.
you wouldn't come up no
You a
cheeks.
lame ass
You shouldn't even
nigga.
came. You shouldn't even came. You knew you wasn't
Like,
do that shit. You shouldn't even came. You should have said
you
something.
can't get no coochie?
What?
You flew me out here to get coochie?
Yes. I did.
Nigga, come on.
Yes. I flew you
Just
out
get
for
me
the
there.
coach.
It's cool. You're lame.
I flew you out for the coach.
You're lame. And I will never talk to you again.
I fly her out, pay for her food, she wanna take a shower, walk around in my room with a towel on. But I can't get the cheeks though. I can't get the cheeks though.
You
Now
thirsty
I'ma drop your
nigga.
ass
You a
off.
thirsty nigga.
Right here, Spirit Airlines.
Get me the
right?
fuck outta
Pay me your
here.
little ticket at. Spirit Airlines.
What you mean?
Your ass here.
What you mean pay for my little ticket at?
I paid for your ticket to get here. Who else paid for your ticket to get? I paid for it.
Nigga, whatever.
Yourself out. I done flew her ass out, now she don't wanna give me no cheeks. You feel me? I done flew her out. Fly yourself out. I done flew her ass out, now she don't wanna give me no cheeks. You feel me? I done flew her out.
My thing is, why would you start complaining to the TSA? Okay. So before you even go, we saw that story, and fresh off the heels of that, we have another similar situation that happened. Let me pull this up.
Mama Shorty got me all the way up. So let me explain to y'all. Let me explain to y'all the story. I flew this way from Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Been talking to her on Instagram for months. You feel me? I done spent damn near 5 G's on this. She talking about she don't want nobody touch her. Man, you got me up. You mean? Well, you can leave. First of all, hold on. Man, first she talking about she don't even fly Spirit, right? Then talking about she don't fly Spirit.
No.
Okay, so I get her Delta. That's damn near 600-700 last minute, right?
Okay.
So plus her bags, check-in, all that shit. We go get her the Uber, all that shit. Then I'm damn near at 2 G's already. So we get here. First night I'm being a whole gentleman. I've been a whole gentleman. Have you not? Have I not been a gentleman to you though? Have I not did anything?
Yes.
But you should have knew what it was if I flew you out here
No,
though.
I don't have I don't want.
Why come out here then?
What do you mean?
So y'all, this is the Instagram model. You know what? I ain't gonna even be no petty ass. Put your name on there like that.
Because you're recording me.
Okay, so why the would you come halfway across the country knowing you didn't want to on that?
You though.
I ain't say you did. You know what it was though. You knew what it was.
You want to spend money.
I spent 5 G's on you. What you talking about?
That's what you
5 G's.
You want.
What you talking about? So look, she did. Hold on, let me talk. Shut up. Then we about to go eat, right? So Shawty told me she hungry. We get off the fight.
Okay.
So I'm like, we went back to the room. She like, I'm hungry. I'm like, all right, well, let's go to a little restaurant or something. You know, I'm trying to get her something to eat. She like, oh no, I only eat the best. I want some crab legs. That's another. So we go to the restaurant. I spent damn near
I love
ordering steak, motherfucking crab legs. I'm buying all that shit though. Being a pure gentleman. You know what I'm saying? Being a real. So I spent damn near 5 G's on this already.
because this.
Who you can leave.
Yes, I'm about
You
to
can go. Been here 2 days. 2 days talking about, oh, I don't want nobody touching me. Ain't on her period. None of that. Put your shoes on. Ain't on her period, nothing. What you do? You gonna whip me? What you gonna do? Beat me up? Please, come on now. Get your goofy ass out of here. You got me all the way up.
All right. The hell about
Yes,
it.
please
Get me off
leave.
that
Get
camera.
the out.
What you
Bye.
recording me for?
Bye.
Why are
Bye.
you recording me?
Bye.
Why are you recording me?
Bye.
What's the point
Get
of
back
that?
home.
You look
So, what is your take on this? Because clearly, those two gentlemen feel like with the money that they put out, that they should have got some. So, where do you stand on the matter? I don't want to assume where you stand on this, but let's hear your settlements and I will opine on the matter.
So there is some gray areas for me that I don't condone using people for money, but I also do not know what the circumstances were before these videos started. I think with the one video, the guy and the girl were talking what, maybe like 1 or 2 months through the
I
computer.
could give you a pretty good estimation or guess on how the conversation went. See, for a dude, if you've been FaceTiming with a chick all these months and you got to wind up flying them out and everything like that, that dude is not going to fly you out unless there was some kind of conversation where Cheeks was involved. And the first dude clearly was saying that we're flirting on the phone and everything like that. So we pretty much knew what the situation was when you flew out here.
But think about it though. Flirting on the phone and being face to face is completely different. You could do all of the hips and tricks and all the things you want when you're not in front of a person.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get in front of that person, maybe it wasn't the person you thought you signed up for. Maybe you're not comfortable enough with him yet. You don't know, especially if this is the first meetup.
So
I don't
wait a minute. So here's my question. So it wasn't the right person, so to speak. I'm paraphrasing here, but it wasn't the right person, so to speak, when you met up with them. But it was the right person for you to get them to spend all their money on you and for you to have a good time with this person.
But
That's
that's
what
the
I'm
thing. You don't
understanding.
know what transpired in between. They could have went to the restaurant and maybe he just was not a gentleman at the restaurant. They go eat, they ordering food, and maybe they having conversations and maybe the conversations aren't going anywhere. Maybe they one word conversations and he playing in his phone the whole time you there. You don't know what's going on in between. So that's why I'm like, I don't condone people using people for money, but I also need to be comfortable with you if I'm gonna give you cheeks. Yes,
But
we meeting up for the first time in person after talking 2, 3 months. You're not getting cheeks on the first night.
but
You're
here
not.
but here's the thing. If you're not having a good time, why are you not saying take me to the airport then? Why are you not like why is it okay for you to go to the airport earlier after he's like, yo, I'm not getting no cheeks? If that was the case, you should have been willing to go to the airport early and cut it short because you're like, I'm not feeling this dude, so I'm not gonna have him spending all this bread on me. So I hear what you're saying. And if you was getting all these vibes, that's these different scenarios that are coming up, then you should have had the wherewithal to be like, yo, take me back to the airport. I'm not feeling this.
But that's
So
the
clear.
thing though. This is the first meetup. So I don't know if I'm feeling you or not. I'm still trying to feel through the circumstances. You're talking phone calls, FaceTime. Fine. Computer talking. Fine. Then we get in person. The first time you already said we went from me flying in to me gonna go eat. So there was no let me relax in between. Let me see how you gonna act while I'm around you. no nothing. So
There was
that
a
was the
couple of days in between. That's why he was saying this chick is showering in my bed, and ain't giving me no cheeks.
but that's the other thing too, is it's like, okay, well, maybe in her mind, she was doing a little test. Let me see what you gonna do if I take a shower in front of you. How comfortable are you gonna be? How comfortable am I going to be with you?
See,
So that's why I'm like, it's not always an automatic, you gonna get these cheeks, but you don't also know what this pillow talk was either. Are we laying right here in the same bed together? Did I put you in one room and the other? Like, I don't know these things.
the bottom line is the minute you went in there with a preconceived notion of spending this dude's money, whatever vibe you get to shut it down, you should have let it be known. Be
Correct. But the other
upfront
thing too
because
is you have to remember guys are trying to court these women. You flew me out and we ain't even in
wait
a
a minute, wait a minute,
relationship.
wait a minute.
Like, who is that
See,
on?
this is where I got to talk to the fellas. Stop courting these women. The reason why I say stop courting these women is because women always say they want a man to show transparency. Always be straightforward. Well, she could have been straightforward and been like, "Yo, I don't plan on smashing with you. I just want to fly out and have a good time." Because a lot of women will sit there and say, "Oh, court me," but in their mind, they have absolutely no desire to actually get with you. They just want to use you for a good time and basically lead you on. Stop courting these women unless they show that they're willing to court you too. That's just the way I look at it. Because for me, I've had situations where it came to courting women. I'll be like, after a while of me courting them, I'm like, yo, next date that we go out, it's on you. And if they're like, all right, cool, I'll go with it. And then when it gets to the point of actually paying, I'm like, no, I got it. Because in my mind, I just wanted to see if you was actually going to court. That let me know you're not just about, using this person for that. Because women will do that. They'll have a guy for this, a guy for that, a guy for this, a guy for that. But yet they want people to be straightforward. So why couldn't she be straightforward and been like, yo, this is what it is. I don't want you spending the money on me.
Which and she could have did that too. That's the other thing. You had the choice. You had the choice of going, hey, I'm gonna spend this money and send you a plane ticket. You also had the choice going, yo, I'm gonna be at such and such place. You want to meet up? Come meet me at such and such. So you could have handled that circumstance completely different too. So I'm not saying I'm blaming her, I'm blaming him about it, but I do feel like people need to make smarter decisions
Oh,
when they're starting a date.
I'm blaming her because she came out there with no money. Because you saw when he said, "Yo, buy your own ticket," she said, "I came here with nothing."
Well,
So if you
guess
came
what?
there with nothing, that means that was your plan. Your
Correct.
plan
That
was
means you
to
stupid for
do
leaving.
stuff on his dime.
That means you were stupid for going out there then. Because I don't care if somebody buying me a ticket or not. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure that I got money to get back and money to buy my own food and money to get me a car. Cause guess what? He'd have kicked me out. I'm not getting his vehicle. I'm not. You don't want me
So
here with you. I'll be to figure my way back home.
so here's my
So
question. Here's my question to you. So if you go out there speaking to this dude who the way he's insinuating, they had conversations about him getting the cheeks, right? So if he's spending all this bread, or even the other dude that spent 5K and all this stuff like that, that's not expected, like that the cheeks are on the table.
I'm not saying that it's not expected, but the way about going about it may be an issue for some people sometimes. Because my thing is having a conversation that you're gonna get these cheeks and you not giving me foreplay to get these cheeks, or you being super aggressive to get these cheeks is a problem. Because
Are you
guess
being
what? There
are
is
are
a
you
thin line between rape and me willingly giving you up the cheeks.
Are you giving me foreplay to go on these expensive dinners, ordering lobster tails and crab legs and stuff? Are you
Guess
are
what?
you are you
Those are
giving me
but those are
foreplay?
conversations that we would have had because I'm not just spending
But
boohoo money on somebody that don't have a title.
yeah, but if you're leading this person on thinking you're gonna give them the cheeks, and you're basically spending this person's money, like, come on. I feel like if you're going in there with a preconceived notion that you're gonna spend this dude's money, you need to give up the cheeks to compensate for it, because you willingly knowing you're gonna try and bleed this guy for money.
Or you need to have a conversation with him. Just because you spending this money don't guarantee you cheeks either.
See,
Because girls want honesty. Guess what? Girls need to be giving honesty to these guys too.
here's honesty for you. If she want if a woman wanted this to not be an issue, the minute talk about flying came up, you should have said, I'm buying my ticket. I'm going to buy my own ticket and fly out there. Because now when you're doing everything on his expense and now he's putting up all this money to do XYZ, and it's a possibility of not even going nowhere. It's like, for what? You just bleeded this man, wasted his time, so to speak. Because I guarantee you, if a dude would say to a chick, yo, if you let me hit, I'm gonna put a ring on it. He hit, and now all of a sudden he changed his mind. It's gonna be a problem. Even if he's like, yo, man, the way it was, like, when I was in it, it didn't feel good, or XYZ. It doesn't matter what explanation he gives, they're gonna take him through the ringer, because it's like, yo, you gave your word that you was gonna put a ring on it. She came through with on her end and delivered. So you're not gonna deliver? Like,
Correct,
come on.
but you don't know what the conversation was before they gave the tickets up, because that's the problem. Dudes will give up tickets and money and cars and shoes, and guess what? If you didn't secure that relationship, all you doing is bleeding yourself dry until you find that right person to do that to. You can't tell me that people is doing this for people that they don't even have a title. I'd rather you save your bread and do it for your wife.
But
I feel
you
like
don't.
you should save that bread and do it for a girlfriend that you've had longer than 2 minutes.
Oh, I get that, but let's not act like people don't lead people on, making them think this is going to happen. You
Correct.
get
But
what I'm
then the
saying?
flips,
Like,
but
put it like this. And the reason why this thing annoys me so much is because I've had a situation, something like this happen to me. You get what I'm saying? Where I went to meet up a chick or whatever, yada yada. When stuff came down to it, of everything going down, it was like, yo, she got her rocks off, and right when I'm ready to get my rocks off, it's, yo, my roommate or somebody is coming, so we got to stop, or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, hold up, like, what do you mean? It was a bold-faced lie, because there was no roommate, no nothing, whatever the case may be. It was a college dorm, whatever, but it was like no roommate. The new roommate was out for the night or some shenanigan like that. And it's like, yo, what? Nah. We can't, because I don't know when they're gonna come. So these are games that women will play, and they'll make it seem like it's an excusable reason for XYZ, and that's not the case. I look at it as, you had it in your mind that you was gonna bleed this guy for money. And shame on you, because I'm glad that that dude canceled that ticket when he sent her on her way.
yeah, but the thing is, on the flip side is you don't know. Maybe she went with every intention that she was gonna give him the cheeks. You have situations where I just couldn't get comfortable with him. I'm asking questions. I'm
But
trying to figure out where this gonna go, and he looking at me like, "Oh well, I just want to have a good time." Well, guess what?
yeah,
If you just want to have a good time and you don't want to solidify this situation, are you flying back and forth every few weeks? Am I flying back and forth every few weeks? Nope. Oh,
but
okay.
but
You
here's
you
the
ain't got no end
thing.
game for this, but you want to smash on the first time that I see you? We're not
But
doing that.
but but yet you're willing to spend this man's money. The point I'm trying to make is, if the minute you found out that you wasn't gonna do nothing with him, you shouldn't have been spending this guy's money.
Correct, but you
You
don't
should have.
know if the fact of I wasn't going to do nothing came right after we went to go eat. If it came right back after I went to go take that shower, after I laid down with you the first night, because guess what? You don't know when in that circumstance of the timeline it happened, because this person never came out and said anything different. So
So
I don't
even
know what
so
changed
even
from the phone calls to then. But yes, like
but
you said, I'm okay with you holding her accountable for her actions. So you knew you didn't want the strings attached that came with that flight, then that means you need to take you home on your own dime. I'm wholeheartedly okay with that. But then on the flip side too is, guess what? He didn't did it. I guarantee there's gonna be five other dudes that's gonna do the same thing. And I guarantee there's gonna be five other women that need their butts beat for for taking and stringing people along.
I will say this: women, y'all need to be careful playing these games, because that's how a lot of people end up in penitentiary, because they'll flip out. And I'm not saying it as a mean to, like, condone violence or anything like that. What I'm saying is, be careful, because some women will play these games, and we live in a society now where it's real comfortable for women, where they feel they could hit you and take advantage of you, do all these things, and there's no repercussions that come behind it. And rightfully so. You get what I'm saying? Like, It's your prerogative to do whatever. And if you want to, play those games, it shouldn't be no repercussions for it. Shame on the person being the idiot doing XYZ. But just know people went to penitentiary for less. And there's some crazy mofos out there. So just be careful playing them games. That's all I'm saying.
And on the flip side too, dudes have to make sure that when they are talking to people, they are vetting people correctly. Because what people are saying on the phone may be just that game to get you to keep giving them money, for you to keep doing all of the sending them gifts and trips and everything else, because you do get people that will string you along because you are a willing participant. So you
No,
need to make sure
I, I,
you have clear understanding of what this is. If we are on the phone, then you had a conversation. We are in a relationship. So the expectation is when we see each other after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year down the line, the expectation is on site. You're gonna get that first kiss on site. You're
yeah,
gonna get the
but
whole tandem. You're gonna
but
come and utilize the stuff. So like those things need to be established too.
I
Because if I
think
don't know what the expectation is, how are you holding me accountable for stuff that I just don't know what's
see,
supposed to happen?
I think it's a different dynamic. The reason why I say I think it's a different dynamic is because it's a difference leading somebody on and you're cheating, because those are things that can be done behind the scenes. When you're talking about, hey, this is what's going to go down and I'm going to give you some, and you have the person spending immediate money and you're stringing them along, because at the end of the day, whatever vacation that I flew you over here, at the end of the destination, cheeks is supposed to be involved. So if you're getting this person to spend, 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 and then you're just like, well, yeah, I'm not feeling comfortable to give you the cheeks. It's like that's the breaking point for that person, because it's like, why didn't you tell me this before I was spending all this money? I could have turned around and sent you right back on the plane, and not, and basically it would have saved me $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. So that's what I'm saying. It's that breaking point of you playing games with that person for the cheeks. When it comes to cheating, that's a different dynamic, because that's stuff that it takes a longer time to get to the end of the road. The cheeks for flying you out, that's like the final destination. That's like 2-3 days. The cheeks is gonna be right there. So that's why I'm saying you got to be careful with that. So yes, you could lead a person on, but if they're spending money, it's only about 2 or 3 days that this is gonna go on, and then the final destination. It's like, wait, after I did all this, you not what? That can make a person spaz out. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful with those games. With that said, man, she was wrong. He was an idiot for spending all this money. Yo, why? I don't understand flying a chick out for poon, but hey, it is what it is. The dating scene nowadays is crazy. So to each his own. But let us know what you think in the comment section. We would love to hear your take on this one. Who do you put the blame on? Do you put the blame on the woman? Do you put the blame on the man? Do you put it on both of them? We would love to hear your take on it. And who do you agree with more? Do you agree with my take, or do you agree with Erica P's take? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, click that notification bell, share it amongst your friends. And if you want to follow us on all our other social media platforms, the links are in the description. Anything you want to add on before we wrap this up?
I won on this one. That's it.
You think so? I disagree. But that's for you, ladies and gentlemen, to be the judge on this one. With that being said, we will catch you, ladies and gentlemen, on the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.
It's a matter of